This is from Al Jazeera. The fact that as Israel is releasing these hostages, they've released about 100, well, as of this reporting from Al Jazeera, they had released about 117 hostages. But as Israel is releasing these hostages, the Palestinians, they're they're taking new hostages of an exactly equal number. So they're basically pushing one freed hostage out the front door, bringing in a brand new kidnapped hostage in the back door. This is what Israel's doing, and you will not hear a peep of it on American or Western mainstream media. Not a fracking peep. Okay? Here it is.
Someone. In harsh terms, if you look at what's happened with regards to the swap deal, is a numbers game. The Israelis have released 117 Palestinians in the last 3 days. And in that same time, they've detained 116 new Palestinian prisoners in areas across the occupied West Bank. There have been raids ongoing since last night into this morning. They really haven't stopped ever since the war began. They've intensified. They were ongoing before the events of October 7th, but just in the last 24 hours, overnight, 64 people have been detained and are now in Israeli custody.
64 as part of that 117. Or 116. So Israel has so-called released, freed 116 Palestinian hostage that they were holding of the 10,000 they're holding. Meanwhile, they have then kidnapped 116 more. So they are intentionally, there's no way those numbers are a coincidence. Even if they were, it doesn't really change the point. But they are intentionally kidnapping an equal number to the number they're releasing in order to say, oh, ha, 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 here you go. Here are your freed hostages, and then turning around and kidnapping more. Could you imagine if this were a standard hostage negotiation? Could you imagine if there was a bank robber and he's holding 20 hostages and the cops say, give us 10 and, we won't come in there guns blazing. And so he gives them 10 and in the back alley, he's kidnapping 10 more. Do you think the cops would go, that's fine? Yeah, that's totally fine. We meant give us 10 of the ones you got. As long as you're getting new ones from somewhere else, we don't care. It's fine. No, they would count that as releasing 0 hostages. If you're kidnapping people in the back door as you're releasing the hostages out the front door, it's not actually releasing hostages. And Israel is doing this intentionally.